My friends, I want you to stop whatever you're doing right now because what I'm about to share with you today could directly affect the money hitting your bank account this month. If you're on Social Security, SSI, SSDI, or if you're a veteran receiving VA benefits, April 25th is a date you absolutely cannot afford to ignore. And I don't say that lightly. I say it because I've been watching these updates for a long time, and right now, there are millions of Americans, good, hardworking people just like you, who are going to wake up on April 25th and either be pleasantly surprised or completely confused about what just landed in their account. And the difference between those two groups? Information. The people who know what's coming, who understand the new payment amounts, who understand how the 2025 COLA increase is still rippling through their checks, who know what credits they may be missing, those are the people who can actually plan their lives, pay their bills with confidence, and sleep a little easier at night. So I want you to grab your coffee, sit down with me for a few minutes, and let's walk through all of it together. Because you deserve to know exactly what's coming and exactly what to do about it. Let's start at the very beginning, because I know a lot of you have questions about why your payment dates keep shifting and why not everyone gets paid on the same day. The Social Security Administration schedules payments based on your birthday, and I mean the day of the month you were born, not the year. If your birthday falls between the 21st and the 31st of any month, then your payment comes on the fourth Wednesday of each month. And in April 2025, that fourth Wednesday lands squarely on April 25th. So if you were born in that last third of the month, say you were born on the 23rd, the 27th, or the 31st, then April 25th is your day. That's the day your direct deposit should hit, or the day your check goes out in the mail. Now, there's one important exception I want to make sure you're aware of, and this trips a lot of people up. If you've been receiving Social Security since before May 1997, meaning you've been on these benefits for a long time, then you actually get paid on the 3rd of every month regardless of your birthday. So if that's you, your April payment already came earlier in the month and you're not in the April 25th group, I just want to make sure nobody is sitting there waiting and wondering on April 25th when the money was already there on April 3rd. Now let's talk about the numbers you came here for. The $1,800 to $2,400 range. Because I know you saw that in the title and you want to know, is that realistic? Is that what I should actually be expecting? And the honest answer is yes. For a very specific group of people, those numbers are exactly right. Here's why. The 2025 COLA, that's the cost of living adjustment, came in at 2.5%. That might not sound like a lot compared to the 8.7% we saw a couple of years ago during the height of inflation, but let me tell you, on a fixed income, 2.5% actually adds up to real money. For someone who is already receiving around $1,760 per month in 2024, that 2.5% bump brings them up to roughly $1,804. If someone was getting $2,000 last year, they're now looking at about $2,050 a month. And for those at the higher end, people who worked for many years at higher wages, delayed their claiming age, or have combined spousal and personal benefits, monthly payments in the $2,300 to $2,400 range are absolutely on the table. The average retired worker right now in 2025 is receiving approximately $1,278 per month. That's the national average. But here's what I want you to understand. The average is just a midpoint. Plenty of people are receiving less, and plenty of people are receiving significantly more. What you get depends on your earnings record, the age at which you claimed benefits, and whether you're receiving just your own benefit or a combination that includes a spousal benefit. Now, I want to shift gears for a moment and speak directly to those of you who are on SSI, Supplemental Security Income. This program is specifically for people with very limited income and resources, and it operates on a different schedule and with different payment amounts than regular Social Security Retirement or SSDI. For 2025, the maximum federal SSI payment is $967 per month for an individual and $1,250 per month for an eligible couple. Those amounts also received the 2.5% COLA increase this year. SSI payments typically go out on the 1st of every month. So if you're on SSI and SSI only, April 25th isn't your payment date. Your money came on April 1st. But if you receive both SSI and Social Security, which some people do, then you may have received a partial payment early in the month and another payment on your birthday-based Wednesday. I want to be honest with you about something that a lot of videos don't say clearly enough. SSI has strict income and asset limits, and if your circumstances change even slightly, your benefit amount can be adjusted. If someone in your household got a part-time job, if you received an unexpected gift or inheritance, even if your rent changed, these are all things that can affect your SSI amount. So please stay in communication with your local SSA office whenever your situation changes. For those of you receiving SSDI, Social Security Disability Insurance, your April 25th payment is calculated the same way as retirement payments because SSDI is based on your work record. The average SSDI payment in 2025 is around $1,180 per month, though many recipients receive more, particularly those who had strong earnings before becoming disabled. One thing that's critically important for SSDI recipients to know right now is the substantial gainful activity threshold for 2025. The SGA limit, that's the maximum amount you can earn from work without it affecting your disability status, has been updated to $1,620 per month for non-blind individuals and $2,700 per month for blind individuals. This matters if you're in what the SSA calls a trial work period, where you're testing whether you can return to work. If you earn above these amounts, it could trigger a review of your benefits. I'm not saying that to scare you. I'm saying it so you can make informed decisions. Now let's talk about our veterans, because you all deserve a separate conversation. VA disability compensation payments are also going out this month, and the amounts have been updated as well. The VA compensation rates for 2025 also reflect a 2.5% COLA increase, meaning veterans with a 100% disability rating are now receiving approximately $3,137 per month, up from around $3,047 in 2024. Veterans rated at lower disability percentages also saw increases proportional to their rating. VA pension payments for lower-income wartime veterans also increased. The maximum annual pension for a veteran without a spouse or dependent is now around $16,551. That works out to roughly $1,379 per month. For a veteran with a spouse or dependent, the maximum is higher, around $21,674 annually. VA compensation payments typically go out on the first business day of each month. So for April, most veterans received their VA payment at the beginning of the month, not on April 25th. But for veterans who also receive Social Security, and many do, April 25th may bring that second check. Here's where I want to really lean in and talk to you like a trusted friend, because what I'm about to tell you could mean hundreds or even thousands of additional dollars every year. And most people have no idea these options exist. First, the earnings test. If you are under your full retirement age and still working while collecting Social Security, your benefits can be temporarily reduced if you earn above a certain limit. In 2025, that limit is $22,320 per year. For every $2 you earn above that, $1 is withheld from your benefits. But here's what people miss. That money isn't gone forever. Once you reach full retirement age, your benefit amount is recalculated upward to give you credit for those withheld months. It's not a penalty. It's a deferral. And knowing that can change how you think about working in early retirement. Second, the delayed retirement credits. If you haven't claimed Social Security yet and you're between 62 and 70, every month you wait to claim increases your benefit by a fraction of a percent, up to 8% per year past your full retirement age. That means waiting from 67 to 70 could increase your monthly check by 24%. On a $2,000 benefit, that's an extra $480 every single month, forever. For some people, that math makes a lot of sense. Third, the spousal benefit many people leave on the table. If you're married or were married for at least 10 years, you may be eligible for up to 50% of your spouse's Social Security benefit, even if you've never worked. If your own benefit is lower than that 50% threshold, you can potentially receive the higher amount. This is something I would encourage every married person watching this to look into at SSA.gov or by calling 1-800-772-1213. I have to be real with you here, because as much as I love sharing good news, I also believe you deserve the full picture. There are situations where your benefit can be reduced, and I don't want you to be blindsided. The government pension offset, or GPO, affects people who receive a pension from a government job that wasn't covered by Social Security, like certain state and local government positions. If this applies to you, your spousal or survivor Social Security benefit could be reduced by 2/3 of your government pension. This catches people off guard more often than it should. The windfall elimination provision, or WEP, similarly reduces Social Security benefits for people who also receive pensions from non-covered employment. Now, there have been legislative discussions about reforming or repealing both WEP and GPO, and some changes have already begun working through. So this is an area I'd encourage you to stay current on by checking SSA.gov regularly. On the tax side, and I know nobody loves talking about taxes, up to 85% of your Social Security benefit can be subject to federal income tax if your combined income exceeds $34,000 as a single filer or $44,000 as a married couple filing jointly. This doesn't affect everyone, but if you have investment income, pension income, or other retirement account withdrawals on top of your Social Security, it's something worth sitting down with a tax advisor to discuss. A little planning now can save real money come April of next year. My friends, I want to close with something practical, something you can actually do today. First, if you haven't already, set up a My Social Security account at SSA.gov. It's free, it's secure, and it lets you see your exact payment amount, your payment history, and your future projections all in one place. Second, if you're on direct deposit and haven't received your April 25th payment by end of day, wait 1 business day before calling. Banks sometimes process things on different schedules. Third, if you think you might be missing a benefit, a spousal credit, a delayed retirement credit, a VA benefit you never applied for, please reach out. Call SSA at 1-800-772-1213 or visit your local SSA office. For VA benefits, contact the Veterans Benefits Administration at 1-800-827-1000. You've worked your whole life for these benefits. You've paid into the system, and you deserve every single dollar that is rightfully yours. Don't leave money on the table out of confusion or uncertainty, because that's exactly what I'm here to help clear up. If this video helped you today, please share it with someone you love, a neighbor, a sibling, a friend at church, because this information is too important to keep to yourself. And if you have questions about your specific situation, drop them in the comments below. I read them all, and I'll do my best to point you in the right direction. Until next time, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and remember, you are not alone in this. We're all in it together.